So we're taking the opportunity to share a little bit about Burning Man projects, Burning Man sales, and also what makes that place so unique. Anything else you want to add, Roxy?
Yeah, no, we got dressed up today. This was Sandoval's idea. We played a little dress up.
Check this out, all Roxy.
Yeah, Sandoval is wearing, it's all pink set, leather top and lace bottoms. It's all of this stuff, a lot of these things that I have are one of a kind. And I do, I always do an annual Burning Man sale just because that's a good time of year for me to kind of go through the samples and see what's good to put, what I want to set free and, clear things out for the next season, or things that have gotten a lot of love and they're ready to spread their wings and fly on the playa.
Agree. And I think part of that infinity prosperous cycle is like learning to like let go, honoring what has served, and then being open to receiving what's next. And I think that's one of the beautiful things about Burning Man. It teaches us the art of temporary alchemy and such things. So at the end of the show, we'll show Roxy's amazing pieces.
We'll have a little fashion show. Yeah, we're gonna show some things on the rack here. Some of the choice things that are gonna go up for sale.
So if you're one of those people that loves Roxy's look, and we also have things for men, is that correct?
I have a lot of menswear.
So
mostly menswear.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of women's stuff too, but most of it's some good menswear.
A little bit of both. So for those who want to tune into that fashion show, wait until the end of the video, or yeah.
Or scroll to the end.
Oh, you have to say that fast forward.
Scroll to the end if you want to see the goods.
Okay, and so yeah, I wanted to just like talk a little bit about Burning Man, because it's such an incredible event and experience, and I just wanted to, someone who has been there several times, especially I know Roxy has been a lot of times. I wanted to ask us both, like, what makes that place so unique and special that it inspires us to travel thousands, well, maybe hundreds of miles, and prepare almost like a couple weeks out, whether it's mentally or physically, financially, emotionally, all the things. Like so many people also around the world travel and journey to the playa. And so, yeah, Roxy, in your experience, what do you feel makes Burning Man so different, unique, special, sets it apart from all the other gatherings that you've been to? And I'll also ask myself that too.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think Burning Man's changed a lot since I first started going in the mid-2000s, where now I think I see artists are getting something out of it in a different way, which is positive, but it's a departure from how things used to be, where it was more of like a secret thing. Like now I would think people are like, taking videos or promoting the stuff they do on the playa, or using it almost as a networking thing, which is positive. People say that it's the only place where like the playing field is leveled in the music industry or the art industry, where like you don't have all these gatekeepers and different elements that keep people, the underdogs, from succeeding. Is kind of, if you can get out there, like everybody's on the same level. I think I appreciate that the orgs made a lot more tickets available for people that are involved in camps and stuff like that, or other things, so it's not only accessible to people who can hack their ticketing system in time or whatever, But I think that, things change, and that's just the nature of how things are. Burning Man wouldn't be awesome if it was just completely stagnant and just the same thing over and over again. So that's kind of the nature of it. Last year was the first year I'd been back in a couple years, and I think that the 2 years in a row of really bad weather scared off a lot of people, so it was kind of nice. It was undersold, and it was a lot less pretentious than I had remembered it, like when I'd gone a couple years before that. This will be my 15th year, though. So, but I've taken off quite a few years since I had my daughters. But it was, I mean, when I first started going, I think, it really felt like, I never felt like I had been anywhere where people really got me that much. Mm-hmm. I was like, this
like
is
right
it.
Off the bat.
Yeah, I was like, this is perfect for me. Like, just everything about, like, so I really had that coming home feeling for that whole thing. But it's not so much about going there and the act of going there all the time. I mean, you could go to Burning Man once and kind of get it and repeat all of that in your daily life and just bring that vibe with you everywhere you go. I think it's an important thing that everyone should try to experience in some way, somewhere or another, even if it's the regional burns. Yeah. And so I'm really interested in going to some of the more smaller ones. Now they do like Africa burn and South Korea burn and a bunch of cool. I'd like to go. Yeah. And this year I'm doing a couple shows, and we're gonna have a memorial for a good friend. And I'm going. I don't actually know how long I'm committed to going. So, I don't know. I'll be there at least a couple days.
To be determined. And actually, in a little bit, Roxy will share, where she's going to be DJing and collaborating. So, tune in for that in a moment. I think I wanted to add as well, I think what I find Burning Man to be such a unique experience, that everything is amplified and magnified because it's just such a short-lived, all-out 1 week. And some of the art that the temple and there's so many of art that's just so temporary, and so like there's an additional value on life and your time there, so you're more present. There is something very amazing about how welcoming like the community is in general on the day, like on no matter where you arrive, how you arrive, when you arrive. It is a very embracing place, and you don't need to have any particular titles to be welcomed or any kind of credentials or anything. You can just show up and just share a good time with your fellow burner that you just met. And I think that the temporariness is I think what makes it so alive and so unique, and like anything can happen. What else makes it unique? If there's anything else we feel like we haven't said, Roxy, what do you think?
Well, from an art standpoint, there's not many places that are perfectly flat. So I know that's why a lot of artists and installation artists like it. And there's not that many places where you can just drive mutant vehicles around like night and day as loud as you want. Like, there's some things about it that do make it amazing. Like, that really kick every other venue's ass. Like you can, and having all the drone stuff, the weather is harsh, but, everywhere has weather. Like, it can rain or get windy or tornado, you know what I mean? Like, so, I don't know. I think it's amazing. I think it's, I like the desert too out there, and nothing's ever lived in that desert. Yeah, it's alkaline. It's an alkaline flat. And, people always talk about the energy of the playa because it's literal alkali. And it's, you get dirty, but it's clean dirt. Nothing's ever lived in it or, like, decomposed in it, or there's not organisms, like, pooping and decomposing and, like, fly, you know what I mean? It's not, like, dirt, like city dirt.
Yeah.
It's very different, It's more like, some powder. I don't know what the hell it is.
I guess you have to get a little used to it at first and be a little prepared. So definitely do your research for those who are considering going for the first time. Going on with what Roxy said, I think there's nothing like it. You can just be deep in the middle of nowhere, deep playa, as they say, and like somehow someone's making like, freshly made pastries. You're just like, wait, what? In a little cart, they're just like making these like cute little like how is this possible? Or you just step into like a movie theater and start and like that's set up like from the 70s, and you're just like, wait. So it really plays with imagination on a level that is like kind of unlike any other place, especially because there's like, I don't know, 60, 70,000 people kind of playing that game of like imagination to the max. And most of the restrictions that we kind of are up against as humans all the time, whether it's time restrictions or all of our day-to-day responsibilities, sometimes those, you know, they could be healthy responsibilities, but sometimes they interfere with just like completely like letting go or being open to just the magic of spontaneity.
Yeah, if you want to do something spontaneous or irreverent, or like you don't, you know, people in the real world or the matrix world, or you don't know, you're too self-conscious about doing these things. Yeah, and you know people are putting in thinking about this way in advance too, which is the cutest part. They're like, ooh, this year at the Burn I'm gonna make a pastry cart, or you know, whatever it is, and they're like, people are gonna love it.
Yes.
And then, you know, so it's just like all these layers of joy and giving, the gifting culture, the gifting of experience and shared thing, you know, the gifting of joy.
Yeah.
It's really special, you know, and I think there are some things about Burning Man that are missing in everyday culture, I think, you know, like that maybe we, you know, people need to examine about why we don't do those things, or like why don't we have any shared days like where we do that out of Burning Man, you know, or like where can we embody that spirit in community, in our own community on the day-to-day level, you know, which a lot of people do. Like I'm sure that lady takes that pastry stand to other local events.
And that's the thing I love about Burning Man too. It's like there's kind of a thing for everyone. You can find roller skating rink. You know, you can find almost anything you can think of. Imagine you will find it there. I think one of the biggest things that I also like unconsciously like took away from the playa is like it made me become very mindful of the trash I make, because you know, you have to pack everything you bring, including your foods, everything, and so it made me on like a real like level face like my trash, and all the way from the gift of that to like the gift of creativity of allowing yourself the permission to add that little like detail to your hair, or those like finally wear those things you've been wanting to wear, whatever it is. It's like that permission to be more conscious and more alive and enjoy each second to the max.
Yeah, absolutely. And to just to be being yourself, and like everybody, there's no one flavor at there, you know. So I think that at its core, it seems to be kind of it seems to be having a bit of a renaissance, or like people, I felt like last time a lot of the deviants from the 10 principles seemed to be kind of lifting away, or that's what I heard for a few years, and because I'd been away, and I had I'd almost like lost interest in it and thought Burning Man is dead.
No.
Or it's dying. It's past its peak. But maybe it just needed a good cleansing, you know?
Yeah, it happens, right? And I do want to share.
But people need a reality check, you know? Like if you're going out there because you want to like be cute and like do all this like, you know, social media things on there, beware. Because technically that's like really contrary to the Burning Man principles, and the playa gods might get you. And I think Burning Man, like many places, you know, like destinations like that, like it has its way of handing you your ass. Like, so, you know, you gotta go easy on your expectations and kind of embrace the moment and be with the flow out there. And some of these things, like maybe you didn't know that the roller skating rink was where you were supposed to be, but that's where you are, you know, or like maybe, you know, these people who you weren't planning on being camped next to them, or like, but like maybe that's all for a reason, and like you have to just kind of embrace and go and see what randomness and luck this is actually going to bring you, you know, or what part of the story this fits in.
There was one time I think I do want to share about like when I didn't bring my ticket. So it was 2013, and it was I think one of the first years where it sold out like way before.
It was when it was like you couldn't just get another ticket.
You can't get a ticket, especially if you're like already in line, ready to go in. And I clearly remember not packing it. Like I'm like, no, I left it in my altar. Like she's like, no, you must have you must have packed it. I'm like, no, I know I didn't. And so
we thought we were in trouble, and then our friend was like, "Hey, I have an extra Burning Man ticket." Yeah,
in the RV, he's like, "You need an extra Burning Man ticket?" You're like, "Yeah." And boom.
And that's really the lesson too. It's like when things look their darkest, don't freak out. Just take a breath. Wait to be. Tell people, it's okay to calmly vocalize it, tell people what you need, be like, oh, this is broken, or I lost my I need a burning. Tell people what you need. Don't freak out, and then you'd be surprised how quickly the void is filled.
So quick, instant. There's been so many times. Yeah. Like, oh, I could use some chapstick, and then there's a lady spreading joy.
And people are like, free chapstick.
And it happens all the time.
Yeah, you'll be like, I'm hungry, and like a food cart will show up.
Yeah.
Like, so there's a magic to that. Everything is like really in just total alignment. That's something, I don't know, I think that's probably the most special thing about it. I think most people would agree. What do you guys think is the most special part of Burning Man?
Yeah, for those who have gone, like, what makes you go back? What do you love about it? I'd love to hear from you. And when I first heard about it, my friend was like saying it was like a big party in the desert. And don't get me wrong, it definitely is that too. But honestly, there's much more to that. Like, there is a depth to it if you choose to see it also that way. And there's so much fun. There is something going on every single minute that playa is the moment it's open. And so I think that's what I love about it too. It's like you can be entertained, or you can rest in like such a luxurious place you end up finding, or like it's just yeah so dreamy. Speaking of dreamy, I want to know when you're going to be playing out there and where we can catch you on some of your sets, Roxy, or anything you want to fill us in.
So Camp Bloom, Tuesday, I believe, probably around midnight.
Okay.
And we're gonna have a aerial on fire performance also during my set, featuring some really badass talent from all over the world. I'm super excited to see people again out there. I'll post some more info on that as I have things confirmed.
Yeah.
And Wednesday night also at Hookah Dome at 1 a.m. after Bigger Than Us.
Awesome.
And Tuesdays with Bigger Than Us also. That's my husband, Stefan Jacobs and Mariam. They're an incredible project. Amazing. They'll be playing live, and I will be supporting and doing the after rock out session.
I wish I was there. And another show or
so far, right? Those are my main ones right now. Wait, there was another thing. Thursday. No, I'm still want to line up some other things possibly, or like an art car.
So
those are I am still available for other DJ sets, and those ones for sure. Those ones are gonna be dope. And Camp Bloom is 9:30 in Esplanade, and Hookah Dome is 7:30 in Esplanade in the Portal.
Amazing.
So that'll be really fun, and probably set up something else. But Tuesday and Wednesday are big nights.
Tuesday and Wednesday are big nights. And I'm sure
so everybody's fresh.
Yeah, that makes sense. So I'm sure you'll be posting about it as your posts are beautiful. And before I
will post the final schedule like right before. I don't want to like promote it a month.
Sounds good. And besides giving the viewers a little fashion show, is there anything else you want to share, Roxy?
Let's see. Did you want?
The Burning Man yard sale. Reminder for those who just joined us.
It's the same thing.
Right.
Were we going to talk about music videos, or should we do that next week?
Next week.
And we're taking a poll. If you like our show and think we should like make it a mini series,
let us know.
Let us know if there's any topics that you want us to discuss.
Yeah, and for those of us who don't know, it's Roxy and I. We've been friends for we met about 16.
2011, 2010.
2010, yeah.
2010.
So like, yeah, 15 years ago or so, and I've just always had an incredible fun time with Roxy and love collaborating with her. So it's just easy to chit chat and create. And so if you have any ideas of what you want to hear us talk about, we're totally open to your inquiries. So for now, I think are we ready for the fashion show?
Sure. It's more of like a fashion rack show.
Fashion rack show of some of the items that may be at the yard sale.
It's not. No. This is private appointment.
Oh, private.
We are having a.
Look at this, everyone.
We are having a sale of some. There are some yard sale items.
Okay. So this is
that we're cleaning. I'm cleaning house at my studio.
Okay.
But we also have some the top shelf stuff or whatever.
Top shelf stuff is right over here.
And just make an appointment with me. But we got all kinds of stuff. We got his and hers. If you're planning that playa wedding, hold on.
You want me to hold some?
Playa wedding or ceremonial. We got all kinds of stuff. These are some men's. And we got burn night holsters, and these are pockets. We got his and hers, tons of his and hers outfits. We got silver. Hold on, here, one second. His and her pants sets in silver, and
beautiful.
We have in gold. Now I just wanted to correct these because these are not part of the garage sale. These are like samples.
Yes.
These are inside.
Definitely.
Just let me know if you're in need of anything. When we got these are pants sets. DM me for prices if you like anything that you see. These I have a lot of men's stuff. This is men's pants and jackets, and I have these in pink as well.
Similar to the color.
Yeah,
right?
this matches a Sandoval's outfit. And yeah, these are some chaps as well. These are super dope.
Beautiful.
Yeah. This is really fun. These are attached to the leotard, but it's not open, so you can use the bathroom easily or whatever on the playa.
That's so smart.
And what else do we got? Oh yeah, more his and hers. Well, these are two different styles. This is unisex, and
is this a coat-ish or kind of like?
These are like little shrugs.
Nice.
Or if you need for your performance, we have a couple of these. And this is like a skirt.
I love this
It's really cute. This skirt, and there's matching gloves that go with these also. And we got stilt covers, all kinds of stuff. Hold on a second. And we got bodysuits and chaps, holographic. These are super comfy. Some are bestsellers. We got cozy daywear. These are like men's one pieces. These are really comfy. It's bamboo modal. It's really nice. Let's see what else we got. Jumpsuits. These also zip all the way back off for easy playa. If you can use a porta potty on the playa.
Yeah, you don't want to ruin your
Yeah, because you'll get like your backpack and all this stuff on, and then you have to go to the bathroom, and you're like, that's why I did that.
You were looking out.
Yeah.
You were looking out. That's brilliant.
I was like, I need a bigger zipper. And let's see. Oh yeah, we got lots of cool men's stuff. Men's pants. Men's leather pants. Indestructible, super thick leather pants. Beautifully made. These are sample. They could be yours. DM me for price. And I have the same thing in denim. Samples. They're adjustable. Super nice. You're good about them. And let's see. What else do we got? There's just so much. I could go on and on, folks. You're gonna have to look.
Yeah.
Or DM me. Let's see. We got chains. Tons and tons of fun. And you can need outfits just for regular or photo shoot.
Can people rent some of these outfits for like photo shoots?
Not for Burning Man, but for rent for photo shoots in town, yes.
Great.
Or well, not at Burning. Like it's,
Yes.
if you want it for Burning Man, you could rent it, but you would more have to pay for it in full, and then depending if you like don't wear it or something, you know what I mean, or then I'd just charge you, but you'd have to leave a deposit.
Nah, that's just too awkward.
Because I don't really do that.
Yeah, no.
It's like people don't rent things for Burning Man.
Yeah,
not clothes.
You can't. Yeah.
I mean, just you're gonna have fun in it, and that's it.
Awesome.
So
anything else?
Is there any stuff? Should we try on anything, or I don't know?
Maybe for next video. So those who just joined us, if you guys want to hear from us again, let us know what you want to hear. And thanks for tuning in.
Men hit me up. I got lots of cool pants, vests, and other stuff. All right, bye.